They did in the early game, but not that it matters too much. With that being said, Game 2 draft coming up on your screens. Aero 404, we're definitely not seeing the Johnson again, but now that this begs the question, what else do they have in the tank? Can they play a standard game if their unique playstyles have been thwarted by AA?
I think they absolutely can. The question is, whose matchup do they want to focus on more than anything else? Like the gold lane, yes, they wanted to get they wanted to start bullying the gold lane, but it's not just a 1v1, and I think that's like the biggest problem. A lot of teams kind of focus down on like, yeah, let's just get some good matchups in the lane, and therefore we should win it. No, that's not necessary, and I think AA Esports reflects that very, very well. Even if it's a losing matchup, macro movements across the map make all the difference.
And I feel like the easiest way to sum it up is just to look for opportunities, right? You have that multiple win conditions. What Aero 404 reminds me of is back in the days, teams like Burmese Gold run their very niche pick. It's like seeing the Jawhead over and over again.
Well, that's because one of their players couldn't make it, but then again, it still caught people off guard.
Yeah, it's like those Johnson gotcha moment, but Jawhead can actually solo kill you, right? It's a one-man army.
Of course, of course. Self-sustaining heroes are definitely going to be put on the forefront, but Aero 404 this time, they're like, Fondir is too much of a loose cannon. Let's take it out of his hands, and I definitely agree with that right now. And you can see the disappointment of Fondir's face, like, come on, man, I just wanted to play Arlet, man.
If I'm A8, I would actually, it would make me really happy. I'm sad I cannot play Arlot, but at the same time, you can see like the impression that Fondir has left, right? I feel like if you are really forcing Aero 404 to ban that Arlot first phase, it really is it's a telling of how much Fondir has gapped Aero 404 in that lane, from the lane matchup to team fights. I personally don't think Arlot is worth banning, but Aero 404 wants to play safe, to even ban out the Kaja, which also has been a big problem in Game 1.
Yeah, Kaja, super annoying to deal with for Aero 404, and I can respect it. AA just continuing to, you know, utilize, maximize as much time as possible to kind of talk about the overall draft and what to, and you know, giving the coach giving their opinions, and more importantly, getting the feedback from the players. What do they feel comfortable with? What are we looking to do this game?
How do you usually recover from such a devastating, I wouldn't say devastating loss, but it's a game where you keep banging your head against the wall and you lose?
My pep talk will be
Your
like,
pep talk.
I'll come into the game and it's like, yo boys, we kind of trolled that game, but it doesn't mean that we can't recover from this, because again, it's Johnson and Candida. How many times do you think that's going to work against teams who have good protocols? I think this is the expected outcome, and you know, as a coach, forget about that game. Let's continue on and imagine that this is a best of 2 right now.
You said that expectations that this is just a litmus test, right? See
Yeah.
how far we can push the niche, and now we get to play a proper game. Valentina getting banned out again by Aero 404.
Okay, Valentina taking away the flexibility, the fanning coming in from AA Esports. All right, now this first pick, I'm very curious to see what it's going to be. Is it going to be Fredrin all over again? First pick Fredrin?
A lot of teams have been very comfortable with just first phasing the Fredrin, right? It's like no harm, no foul. Again, there are a lot of ways to get rid of Fredrin. A Fire Mist does feel a bit better overall, and over time, from the Open Finals onwards, we've seen that, yeah, Fredrin goes through, but if you have ways to displace him and just crowd control him, Martis is a very good example. Ruby is kind of like second choice, Akai to a certain extent. You really just diminish Fredrin's value by a lot.
For sure, especially if you have an artillery mage of some sort, or anything with like just strong AoE to kind of cut them down real fast.
He can't use his ult, he loses so much of his value.
Yeah.
Bit of a shame.
It is. And I think, you know, AA Esports recognize this, right? Technically, since Kaja is already gone, Eve just becomes higher in priority in terms of what is valuable in the game, but it doesn't mean that Aero 404 isn't going to just whip out like a, what's it called? A Franco. So at least they're going to set up some safeguards here. They have the Grok, they also have the Cho, both of which do really, really well against CC compositions overall. And at least with Cho, you can kick somebody out of the call altar or put them away, create some space during these neutral objective fights.
Very, very hard to play against as well, right? If you are the Fire Mist and you get kicked, you're forced to use the cult altar. If you are any other heroes that get kicked, Fire Mist now feels the pressure to kind of run up and save you. I do like what AA Esports has in store, and this is kind of the advantage of being an experienced team. You just have so many different archetypes. You show up in Game 2 with a completely different opening, and that is going to throw some teams off their game. For Aero 404, they're still sticking with the same a second and third pick, Frederick and Glue.
All right, calling it now, Era 404 are going to be playing for the gold lane overall. I mean, look at this composition, right? There's no forms of damage. You're hoping, at the very least, you're hoping that this Farmus is going to be able to scale up. And yes, he probably will, but not going to be enough or not as good as Yves, Farsa, Lilia, even arguably even Xavier. I would say Xavier is kind of fallen off, but AH Esports lock in the Melissa. Love that a lot. Many different ways to get on top of her. Hey, get away from me.
Yeah, and the best part is that I was looking at Era 404 to consider the Melissa, since there is heroes like Cho, but AA Esports denies one of the most straightforward options. Era 404 kind of.
Well, here's the problem, right? Now, unfortunately, with Melissa, when you use the get away from me, anything that either denies CC, you can get right through it. So the Shunpo gets right through it, the Power of Nature gets right through it, the Wild Charge gets right through it. So I feel like even if Era 404 really wanted to force out the Melissa, they'd probably just play, like, default back to Claude.
That is true. That is true. Well, that's why Claude got banned.
All right. Claude immediately banned out here. So A8 Esports want to be like, hey, you want to play for the gold lane? I'm going to make it as difficult as possible. And I think it'd be pretty good if they also ban out the carry too.
Yeah, I was also looking at the carry ban, right? What else is left? Beatrix, Moskov. Not much choices, honestly.
Brody's not bad, but let him play it. Let him play it.
Let him play Brody. We have ways to catch up.
Yeah.
This time they have they have even better ways to catch up to Brody.
Yes, they have very good waves indeed. Farsa gets banned out from the side of Era 404, so that means they want to get at least mid control. There's a possibility that Farmus might go into the support position just to have a more dominating and more a scaling style of mid laner. Although I would prefer if Era 404 is just like, you know what? I'm just going to play Lunox. I'm going to play Lunox gold lane. You can try and get me. It's not going to be easy.
With the Cho being shown, I do feel like if you need someone that can match up to how fast he rotates, Farmus isn't really a bad option, right? Unless Era 404 really wants to bank in on that gold lane. But seeing how A8 is already thinning down the options, Era 404 need a contingency plan. I think that mid lane has a lot of value that they need to put in. Diggy gets banned out.
That's really smart of A8 Esports. Really smart. Making sure that, because they're already showing that they have a lot of like strong AoE CC. The third hit for the Jeet Kune Do, the Wild Charge more importantly. Diggy just says, nope, don't care. Doesn't matter what you do. I'm just going to deny it. So it's a good ban. Yves gets banned out for the side of Era 404. This is to be expected. The artillery mages. So now A8 Esports, if they want to play Kadena, they absolutely can. But I feel like in this case, Lilia is probably their best bet.
What's Era 404 in a pretty tricky spot? There we go. Xavier gets taken away as well.
I'm fine with Xavier too. It's the same situation as we saw previously in our very first series of the day. Melissa and as well as the Xavier work very well together.
Yeah, there's so many zoning opportunities. It really stops Era 404 from just getting the engage. And because they clump together with the Cult Altar, Xavier's job just gets 10 times easier. Honestly, everyone in AA Esports is gonna feel very happy about this. And we still have, well, I wanted to say we don't know where this Grok is going, but then with the Cho on the table, it's most likely a Fondir Grok. It could be either way, right?
Yeah, it could be either way. It really depends on what these last two picks are going to be. So it's either he's going to get access to Cho or Grok at the end of the day. And I think for Era 404, be a little bit unconventional. Brody, okay, that's to be expected. Switch it up. Put Glue as your support. I was hoping they would lock in Dairoff, but hey, Lolita works just fine.
I was thinking of the Yuzhong, honestly.
Yuzhong is, Yuzhong is also not that bad, especially against Melissa.
Well, that's pretty much that. Era 404, conventional game. Anything that without Johnson is conventional for Era 404.
Yep.
Do love the Lolita pick though. You get just so it's exactly like you predicted, right? It's a 4 secret game.
They're going to be playing for the gold as much as they can. A lot of focus there to try and isolate the target, isolate the members from A8 Esports overall to make sure that Brody is going to start, or at least try and bully out Melissa, which might be a little bit difficult. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
I respect that. You want to play gold lane? No problem. You wanna 1v1 my gold laner? How about I take you out of the equation entirely?
You wanna protect your marksman? I hear. Well, guess what? I'm gonna kidnap this guy. Force him into one. Honestly, even if
they put it on Fondir. He's going EXP with this.
So this is.
Yo, dude, I respect it. I respect Fondir so much.
This is. No, Save it, what?
I love it.
I'm too tired for this, man.
Okay, look. In the recent patches, Yin did get a bit of a buff. He does have a bit of spell vamp. They
But who
increased his
jungles?
numbers. Who jungles? Grok. Grok jungle. Oh,
Did
wait,
they switch
hold up,
roles?
Hold up. Right now, I literally just
Yeah.
saw Ozil
On
on
the
a Xavier.
Xavier.
That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. Maybe they switch roles.
This is like a flex. It's a big flex.
It could be Fondir on the...
Honestly,
jungle
Fondia
role.
runs a jungle Yin, I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think it'll be too surprising, too.
But the... Okay, yeah, there you go. Ozil jungle.
Okay.
So it's the graphics.
All right.
Took
So
us on a
so they changed it at the very last second there. Thank goodness they changed it at the last second. I would have been fuming. I would have been fuming if we saw Richie in the jungle on a Xavier. It would be this poor guy. if he
I
had to
remember
do
the
that.
patch notes very clearly. We want to give Yin more sustainability or something in the XP lane.
Yep. But he's still very item dependent. Like, do you expect him to beat Glue? Absolutely not. He doesn't stand a chance against Glue. But until he gets like 4 items, he can basically 1v1 for Secret pretty handedly if he doesn't have Winds of Nature.
Do you kidnap Denzo or do you kidnap For Secret in this case?
I think you kidnap Denzo, ideally.
Or Denzo just drag Kesu back, but Cho, Shen Post, dashes. Arrow 4 gets an opening to invade the jungle, take the beetle away, and also put pressure onto Arlie. They stun him, drag him back. First blood opportunity goes over to Denzo.
Buddy. What's going on here? I mean, we're expecting to see A8 at least play towards that gold side. Don't leave it to just be a 1v1. And Arrow 4 really changing it up and playing a little bit more... I don't want to say stylized or stereotypical. I think, a little bit more standard.
And of course, Arrow 4 also put in switch out King for Denzo, right? So this is definitely expecting a slightly different dynamic.
For sure.
Can you imagine King is just there so that you can do the rapid touchdown Kanita?
I think King is off because he kept on whiffing his abilities. I think that was the biggest
Just
issue.
gets benched.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he's probably not feeling it today.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah.
Turtle getting started. More Ricky bringing up pretty low. Natsu buying space. Ozil just threatening a potential steal. Nominal Blast charge up. Ozil stunned up. Good secure of the turtle by Arrow 404. Ozil forced to dash away. But Natsu sticks onto him as the glue, and Ozil is just slowly getting whittled down. Brings Natsu back under the tier 2, but Denzo takes the kill. Natsu gets kicked back by Kesu and goes down, but Arrow 404 coming up with a lead.
Hold up. I didn't expect Fondir to actually walk away with that. I thought he might be able to like secure it and then walk off, but no, I guess not. But Kesu, hello? Okay, he gets on out of there, and Lord Ricky once again is feeling good.
There it is. What is this game?
These teams are really good at trading for each other. I love it. Good plays all across the board.
Honestly, after watching, those very standard gameplays, it's good that we're getting a bit more of a fiesta.
This is refreshing for me. This is refreshing because most teams wouldn't go for it. And unfortunately for Arfi, that first death, him dying in lane, costed him quite a bit. And then now the solo kill that occurred. Oh wait, hold on. What's going on here?
I have a bit of a theory. I'm gonna hold that for a while. The dragon, Yamikaze, getting kicked back by this Kesu who starts running. Luminal Blast, channel, flicker, forward. Kesu goes down to force Secret. Arrow 404 again getting a pick off. And they just lost Richie. Here is where I want to pull a theory out just very quickly. You know what Esports was thinking with the draft? They just want to run a full Jujutsu Kaisen draft.
Wait, think about it. As the team is already fighting to get away from me, is getting a lot of value. Actually holding out to the pole altar. Wait a second!
And they survive and they get it.
No.
Blast goes off. And he gets a trade back. Okay.
All right, that makes sense. All right, that just happened. That definitely just happened right there. Look, if they wanted to go with the full Jujutsu Kaisen, where's the Julian, huh?
Yeah, they're missing the Julian.
Which is a little sad. I am depressed about that, but...
This game, they picked the Grok too early. That's what I will say. They picked the Grok way too early. If not, probably could have slipped the Julian in there in the jungle. Either way.
Yeah, that was the issue. That's the main issue.
That was
right?
the main. It was a drafting issue, honestly. While bottom lane has just stopped fighting, we're looking at the turtle fight right now. Lord Ricky looking to get the second turtle. This time kicked away, so Ozzy will get it. Namikaze able to at least jump onto Kesu again. They get him under control. Kesu having the Shampo over the wall, gets dragged back by Denzo, cancels it with a Chikundo, and a wall from Ozu saves his buddy Cho.
Dude, these teams are trying to flex on each other. It's so clear that both these teams are like, strategy, we have a rough idea, but we're going to out-mechanic the boys. We're going to out-mechanic all of them.
Yep.
They won't even expect how fast my fingers are.
They're just back checking.
they're just ego checking them, literally just trying to stat check all across the board. Air 404 playing down towards the bottom side finally, but they did do a quick cheeky lane swap here just to try and get some tempo back. However, A8 Esports, the goal laner has recognized this, but the rest of his team are still hovering around the mid lane. Don't walk up, Melissa. Don't do it.
They do not see it. They're going to check, but they didn't check
the correct one.
The brush, yeah.
He's kind of walking up. All right, I respect it. Yup, this is a good time to do it.
Kesu, that's not the target. Lumina Blast, they're way out of range. But it's a good preemptive one. Force Secret just flips forward. Does it again. Absolute madman.
This man has no fear.
This guy does not care. He's doing it over and over again. Now they caught Auto. Arlie, can you go ham on this one? Call out the expander. Arlie getting chunked down.
No!
Completely misses. And while Force Secret just got a tier 1 mid.
Dude.
This defies everything I know about Mobile Legends, but it's fun. It is very, very entertaining.
Dude, Arrow 404, I like what they're doing. Ideally, what they're doing is trying to play a little bit more unorthodox. A8 is very cautious and careful, but Arrow 404 is taking full advantage of the situation, right? Nobody showed up. Oh, God.
Yeah, there's no flicker. Get him, boys.
Get him, boys. They got the kill. But look at the wave management. Topside is already crashing in favor of Arrow 404. So while all these chaotic, crazy moves coming out of Arrow 404 are happening, A8 Esports are on the losing end.
Yeah, and they can two-man taunt. Fondia get away, forced to flicker. Luminum Blast drop on top of Kesu. Yeah, he is rooted down. He is gone. Yamikaze takes that kill. A8, they don't have the numbers to contest this. Can Ozu win it out? Yes, he does. The Retribution just stronger on his side, but now he has to get out of this. Richie trying his best to help Ozu, but Nasu's gonna stick on to him. Can he bring Ozu back into his team? Yes, he can. Denzo even drags Richie back. Now Richie gets taunted. Arlie shows up, but there's a co-alter to keep Arrow 404 alive. And meanwhile, 1v1 happening up top lane. And okay, Fondia almost goes down. Didn't even bother using the ult.
Oh boy, this is such
honestly, Force Secret is playing Brody like an XP lane.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it out there.
He is so... Dude, the worst part is that he's not even taking Killing Spree. He decided to take Weapon Master to get more, to scale better into the game, but he's still playing it as if he had Killing Spree, you know?
He is like, I don't care about not dying. If I can get 1 for 1, that's good enough for me.
That's worth it.
KD is just a number.
KD is just a number. Egoing that somebody is forever.
Dying 10 times isn't a big deal if you win the game anyways.
Look, if I win the 1v1, even if I lose the game, that guy knows that I'm better.
Yeah, it's all about the individual bragging rights.
Oh, the mental game. Oh, dude, he's doing so much damage, though.
Underneath the turret, Call also used out Numenon last, connecting onto 2. A Esports can fight this, though. The Donic Light actually misses. Force Secret gets kidnapped by Fondia, and he wins!
I can't.
Unreal.
Yo, okay.
What?
You gotta give it to the guy. He played that immaculately. He dodges the Dawning Light. He dodges the Dawning Light with his second ability, repositions, gets sucked into the Yin Ultimate, and still is able to pull this off. How does he keep getting away with this?
I don't care what anyone says. By the end of this game, regardless of the result, my MVP is Force Secret.
A8 Esports wins, and it's just Force Secret.
Yeah, he's done more than enough.
He's done, honestly, he's doing too much, I feel. I feel like Yamikaze is on the same wavelength as Force Secret, and at the very least, he's trying his absolute best, and the same goes for Denzo as well. They all know that they want to just enable Force Secret to just start popping off. He's 2 items in. He's about to get his Demon Hunter sword very, very soon. And once he does, he's going to start hurting so much.
It's a game that would leave you scratching your head if you're on the losing end, honestly. Oh, Natsu, you're too far forward. Gets dragged back. Call Alter coming through, keeping Natsu alive. Keep Flicker to safety, and also, oh, you're in grave danger. Fondia shows up, gets instantly crowd control. Force Secret is the target, but no! gets away again, and just gets another kill in return. I am tired, Gideon. I'm tired of him getting away like this. Denzo somehow makes it out alive. Richie gets 2 in the process. Nothing gets done in this game. And Yamikaze is going to get caught. Triple for Richie. Dawning Light not able to do enough to catch Denzo.
Wait, for secret. Where's for secret right now? He's taking mid tier too. He doesn't care. He doesn't respect A8 Esports at all. He's like, you're looking down on me? Come on. Which one wants it?
Who does this on a goal lane?
No, dude, he's been learning a lot from like Silent or something. I don't know, bro. He's playing this game different. But now Lord, who's gonna get it this time?
Oh, Retri on the side of Arrow. 4-4 Fonya! Oh, he's gone for Secret once more to flicker forward. Now backlinks on the Ozil, gets kicked, but he actually gains distance thanks to Kezu. They cannot catch him. For Secret gets hit by the Dawning Light. No, not enough damage.
Not enough damage at all this time, but Lord has been secured by A8. Even though this game has nobody going in any direction with the gold lead, A8 Esports finally have a little bit of breathing room. They've been losing out on these structures overall because of the wave manipulation of Era 404 and the constant fighting that they apply on A8 Esports. Now, A8 has the tempo.
No Nimbinon Blast. It got cancelled by the Grok Wall. Denzo taking a heap of damage, but I mean, For Secret right now, big threat, gets a chunk of his health taken out. Nasu, he has no help with him. Denzo isn't there. Nasu oof.
You have to admit, you gotta respect the balls on this guy. Like, he really thought he could get away with it. And plus, he also has the split available. So at some point, you gotta question, pig diff maybe.
Oh, Fondia. Okay, he kidnapped Denzo, alright. Flickers. Denzo is probably gonna go down. Force Alter. Just gets 2-shotted. Fondia finally kidnapping one. Meanwhile, For Secret just got another kill. Lord Riki just went down. Denzo respawned because of the fire miss. They do take care of the Lord up top though, so no inhibitor turret is going down.
Okay, since we finally have Sombra... Natsu, don't you dare.
Just
stop it. Natsu,
Stop
it! You don't need to be here. You don't need to take this damage. Back off already. Give us some time to recollect our thoughts. Thank you so much, Arrow 404. Now, I'm a little curious on what exactly Fondir's build actually is. Wow, he is significantly behind. He is only 2 items in this game. Hasn't even built into the Malefic Roar. However, it's more than enough damage to deal with someone like Denzo, who basically doesn't have any defense items.
Yeah, he realizes that there is just so much more value to kidnap the Faramis, right? If you take the Call Altar out of the fight, just makes it so much easier. And For Secret, you know, will also be threatened more. Natsu using the split very early on, but Ozil, I think they spotted out Yamikaze. Not able to stun anyone, but Kesu. Gotta be careful though. Luminous Blast just a bit wide. Expanding the flicker from this Lolita. Now there's a chance for A8 to re-engage. Nasu protected by the Call Altar, but they lost him. Kesu is still in the fight and getting the kick onto For Secret, who is untouched so far. Kesu the first to go, but is there enough damage though from Arrow 404? The Fredrin also goes down. For Secret finally threatened, but this guy is incredibly still alive. One second forward! You cannot keep doing this, my man. For Secret.
Stop him! Stop him! Somebody stop him! Oh my god! For Secret just doesn't care!
Someone sign this man. I mean, he has a team of someone to stop this Brody player.
Oh, he plays so disrespectful.
You gotta learn how he plays, man.
I don't know. Okay, first of all, when we did see Fondir dash at him, even though he had 1 HP, I thought for sure Fondir was gonna get at least an auto attack. When did For Secret have the time? Was the DHS extra attack speed more than enough to help him with that trade? I don't get it.
This guy just face checks a brush as a Brody. I just want to say, there is a reason why they just insta-lock Brody for the man. It's right there, right on your... This entire game is a montage for Secret outplay. I do not... At this point, doesn't matter who wins. You can make a montage out of the amount of outplays he's had. I mean, Kesu helped him out a bit. You know, he always kicks For Secret away, and then For Secret is like, "All right, thank you."
Yeah, no worries. And then For Secret tries to make his montage reel again.
And he flickers back in anyways, right?
I mean, just look at this overall interaction, right? I thought for a fact that Arfi definitely was going to shred everybody. He still has Inspire throughout this entire fight. 2 members die almost instantaneously. Kesu ends up giving his life, and then you see, wait, hold on, Arfi just uses Inspire as well as his Winds of Nature, and then For Secret's like, hold up, we can actually do something here.
And they are just doing so, they're trying so hard, and Force Secret is like, alright, I'm gonna get the kill, and Fondia, yeah, just out of range. We are looking at a potential game tree. Fondia, can you complete the recall? No, he cannot. Cancelled by Natsu.
I think right now, A8 Esports need to just play together. Like, truly just play together. More so than Denzo. Because even though, like, Richie is able to kind of create that space and buy that extra bit of time, Arfi, he needs to be able to kind of save his abilities for when you expect Denzo to come out with the Call Altar, chunk out the Call Altar as soon as possible, and make For Secret's life as difficult as possible. And if they don't want to chase, that is their main issue. A8 keeps on chasing for these kills.
I mean, as long as you take down Force Secret, life gets
way
infinitely easier.
Yeah, the man is 13k.
He's 13, yes, 12 and 3. This guy has 85% of his team's total kills. Right, this guy he's playing as if he's alone, you know. He's solo playing this game.
Okay, look, we were expecting Aero404 to play for their goal lane. I just didn't expect they had to play for the goal lane.
The goal lane plays for himself at this point. He is a one-man machine.
I love it. I love it. These gold laners coming all the way from the Laos region.
Look at where he is. He's gonna challenge Fondia.
Dude, no.
Dude, no way, no. Back off for Secret. I'm telling you, get away. Someone stop this man. Okay, well, Natsu gets kidnapped. That's gonna delay it just a bit, but that means For Secret is untouched. They have no way to crowd control him. Fondia is gonna die in his own ult. I mean, this is a rough situation to be in.
Can you imagine the amount of testosterone flowing through For Secret's veins?
He's a big man.
Dude, that's all I'm thinking about.
I've never been so scared of a roadie walking up to me.
Dude, I think that people who take steroids, they don't realize the steroids were based off of For Secret. That's what we wanted to see. These are the moments that we want to see from A8 Esports, right? These are the glimmers of hope. Even though For Secret is doing a phenomenal job, Arfi is a significant problem to his entire team. Aero404 just does not have the damage except for Secret to take him off.
Denzo, he's already forced very far away. And once more, Natsu, oh my goodness! Just completely shredded by Arlie. Finally, a break in this deadlock. A8 Esports will be able to get this without any contest. Unless Lord Ricky can do something. He's going to show his face, but I just want to say For Secret, he doesn't care. He's getting pincered. Surely For Secret doesn't get out of this right.
Oh!
Okay, you rooted him down. For Secret finally in danger. With Wisdom Nature Youth gets kidnapped.
Oh!
And yeah, finally someone stop this monster of a man.
Yep, and Arfi on the other hand, the fact that 2 members are down only leaves 2 members to actually deal with, to zone them away from the Lord. Really good call from A8 Esports here. Lord Ricky should instantly die. Kesu, there's nothing he can do at this point as Lord falls into the hands of A8 Esports. This game is about to be closing real soon unless A8 really cannot deal with For Secret in the next 18 seconds.
Just do it one more time.
Just one more time, send 3 people, utilize a flicker.
Can you imagine fighting for 18 minutes? I can't. We're gonna try, okay, flicker forward. Arlie in imminent danger. Uses the ult. He's gonna try to fight this one. Inspire Kamikaze. Immortality pop. Can get back in. Arlie even gets the kill on the way out. Fondia though, give his life away. 1-for-1 trade so far, but watch out, the For Secret is around.
Numbers advantage still. Remember, numbers advantage. For Secret really has to target prioritize to get on top of Arfi. Arfi does not. Got a Winds of Nature now, so he has it off the cooldown. No Inspire, no get away from me.
No Yamikaze to set things up. They gotta fight this drive. For Secret finally caught out. They kicked him back, and he is gone. No more big man Brody. And this game finally will see its conclusion. It's absolutely bloody, but A8 Esports comes out on top of this. And it worked out. 2-0 is the series score, but let me tell you, this game is different.
Dude, A8, they had a really fun game. You can see it on the faces of the boys. The people who like the chaos, who enjoy the fights, they can definitely appreciate this game. But you have to admit, Aero404.
For Secret is a one-man army.
He is a one-man army, and they designed a comp entirely around him. A8 knew how to pick them apart. The question is, will they let For Secret get away with his ego? The answer is no.
She still has a bit of it, I think. After such a performance, I would feel good about myself.